Hi guys. As you can see by the title, I'm making a video about how to online shop. I feel like a lot of times my friends ask me how I find clothes that fit me so well. I just thought it would benefit a lot of other people just to share some of my experiences and insights that I gained while doing all this online shopping, especially because like the pandemic is making people shop online a lot more and nobody's happy when the clothes don't fit. I'll be giving these tips mostly in the context of thredup because I really love thredup because number one, it's sustainable because it's a resale shop, and two, I feel like the pieces there, you can really find some nice gems for like really cheap. These tips can apply for pretty much any online shop. Like I've shopped at yesstyle before. That's pretty much it, yeah. I've done Ramwi, Shein too, but I don't support them anymore because they are really fast fashion and we don't support that. I'll just get into the tips now. So the first step that happens when you're making a thredup account, you're just gonna follow their instructions. It's pretty self-explanatory, but they're gonna ask you for your sizes and you just put in what like you normally get. I think on their website they have a sizing guide if you want to be really accurate, but you just have to fill that in and thredup's gonna give you clothes that matches those sizes. After that, I think there are two ways to shop on thredup specifically. They have a feature where you can search specifically for brands like Urban Outfitters, Pretty Little Thing, Reformation, all that jazz, and Fashion Nova, PacSun, all those popular things, but now it's sustainable. You just put those in and they'll show you all the clothing they have from literally that brand. You can scroll through those and see which ones you think are cute. Another way is you can just search for any specific piece like khaki pants or blazer or something like that, and it'll give you like a huge list of items to scroll through. And not gonna lie, some of them are pretty ugly. Because there's such a high volume of clothes that you're gonna see, every time you find a piece that you think is cute, thredup has like a heart feature. Just like heart all the ones that look cute to you that you come across and just like do a lot of scrolling, because all the pieces that I found were like buried under like 30 minutes of scrolling, so do that. After you have all the pieces you think are cute liked, you have to figure out what's actually gonna fit. In order for it to fit perfectly on you, you're gonna have to be really detailed with this. There are a few measurements you're gonna have to take for yourself. Let's start off with tops. For say like a tank top or a normal t-shirt, they're gonna show you first the length of the clothing, which is from the tip top of the piece to the bottom. It's like pretty obvious on t-shirts, but for things like tank tops, they also include the strap, so it's basically the top of your shoulder to the bottom. You're just gonna have to know exactly like what inch falls on what part of your body. Say for a tank top, I want it to be cropped or something like that. I would check the length from my shoulder to like wherever I would want it to be on my stomach, and then I would look for that length. Anything longer than whatever length you chose, just unlike it, because there's no point in buying it because it's not gonna fit you, even though it's like cute, you know what I mean? For dresses, it's gonna be like the top of the strap to the bottom of the skirt. You have to make sure you know where you want the skirt to fall on your legs. Like for me, when the skirt's a little bit too long, I won't wear it because it's not flattering to my legs. So I measure from my shoulders to my mid thighs, and that's like 32 inches. I would cut everything that's longer than that because I know I wouldn't want it. And then there's also the bust size, which is just the circumference of the area around your boobs. You kind of want to measure that. Sometimes with clothes, I don't pay too much attention for that because not all clothes are like really tight fitting. Skirts also have length, so you're gonna just want to measure where you want the skirt to start to where you want the skirt to end, and that's the length. But for most bottoms, you have the measurement of waist size, rise of the pants or the shorts, and inseams, which is your crotch to however low on your ankle or legs that you want it to be. You should get those measurements and tailor it around that. And the waist size doesn't always have to be like specifically your waist. Like most of this is like tailor type shit. The measurements give the measurements of the clothes. You measure exactly like where on your body you want it to fall. Normally with high-waisted things, you just measure the smallest part of your waist and it's fine. but if you wanted like a low rise piece, then you would measure like around your hips more, and that would be the waist size. With the cute pieces that you like, just make sure to be very selective with the measurements, because that's gonna help you find the thing that fits you the best. Finally, the biggest insight that I've learned that helped me is knowing which parts of my body is kind of like problematic in relation to like the standard way manufacturers make clothes. Okay, that's like really confusing. I'll try to explain it a little bit better. Everybody's body is different, and there's like obviously like a standard in clothing creations. It's really good to know which part of your bodies you tend to have issues with while shopping. For me, I tend to be kind of insecure about my arms, so I know that if I look for short sleeve shirts, I can't have ones that have tight sleeves, because those are pretty much always never gonna fit properly. I avoid shirts that were like that. I avoid dresses with those types of sleeves. From my experience from just like shopping everywhere, I know that small size tank tops tend to just fit my body, so it's like I don't have to like worry too much. I just said like so many times. I don't have to worry so much about the sizing of tank tops, because if it's considered a small, then it will probably fit me fine. So just figure out those that tend to work for you. Yeah. It's so hard to explain. Something that's not included with thredup that works with other online shops like yesstyle or like Amazon or I don't know, whatever, Poshmark, Depop. Make sure to read the reviews. thredup doesn't have reviews because literally every single piece is unique. They'll tell you how accurate the sizing tends to be. You'll be able to get a good feel for if you need a size up, size down, if the quality is good, if it's worth buying. And also if it's something like Depop, then you'll know whether the seller is reliable or not, so you won't get like scammed. Oh my god, it's so loud outside. I don't know if it's hearable, but just ignore that. I'll talk over them. I'll just walk you guys through the process that I went through to find these cargo pants, which I think look pretty good on me. Basically, I knew my measurements, right? My waist size is around like 25 inches. My inseams were like 27 to 29 based on like however long I wanted the pants to be. And the rise, I put like anywhere above 10 inches maybe, because I was looking for high-waisted. You can see like I hearted a bunch of different cargo pants that I thought would work potentially, and there were like a lot more that the results showed up. I was just looking through them, and I think shape is kind of like the most important thing. You have to look at what shape you want to emphasize on yourself. For me, I really wanted like a cinched in waist and a baggier rest of the pants, so I had to make sure that number one, the waist rised high enough, that the waist fit and wasn't like too big, and that the pant legs were long enough. The way I settled on this one, it was like a little bit problematic because it said the waist size was 22 inches, and I was like really debating on it, but I really liked the shape of the pants. By looking closer, I could also tell that the waist was elastic. They're so loud. Because it was elastic, I was like, it can stretch 3 inches. The rise listed was higher than, I said I had to be like 10 inches or above or something, and this pair fitted, and the inseam was just like 2 inches longer than I had in my measurements, and I was like, okay, I really like the shape of this, so I'm just gonna go with it. Now that I've got it, the waist is like a little bit tight, but I'm glad for that too, which means it's not gonna droop. It's really high-waisted. The pant leg a little bit long, but I think it's not a big deal. So you have to know like the range in which you're willing to wiggle, and if you're not, then don't negotiate on those lengths just because the thing is cute, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think overall the biggest like issue for many people is not really understanding sizing and not knowing what shapes of clothing fit their body the best and what problematic areas to like avoid. So I think once you're able to figure that out, online shopping is gonna go a lot easier for you, and you're gonna be able to find a lot of things that fit you better. So go online shopping, shop at thredup, get cute and cheap and sustainable things. I hope this helped. If you have any questions or clarifications, just like comment it down below. I have like 0 activity on this page, so I will definitely see it and reply. Shop sustainably, don't support Romwe or Shein or whatever the fuck. And now that it's the summer, I'm gonna try to upload every week, so we'll see how that goes. I'll hopefully see you guys in another video. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.